Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin is making progress in his recovery according to his father, Mario Hamlin. After finishing up a Zoom call with Hamlin's father, the Bills organization confirmed his recovery was moving in a positive direction. The NFL is currently investigating every possible cause behind the cardiac arrest of Hamlin, which resulted in his collapse mid-game against the Cincinnati Bengals. A number of teams and players have donated to the football player's GoFundMe toy drive charity. The Indianapolis Colts and owner Jim Irsay donated $25,003, while Patriots owner Robert Kraft donated $18,003. The Patriots wrote on Twitter, quote, "In Jewish culture, 18 symbolizes chai or life, while 3 represents Hamlin's number." End quote. Right now, the NFL showdown on Monday between the Bengals and Bills holds the record for the most watched Monday Night Football telecast in ESPN history. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a new strain of COVID-19 has become the dominant variant in the region. The subvariant by the name of XBB has been tracked in New England for months, but data from the CDC shows it remained responsible for a small percentage of overall cases until recently. As of the week ending December 24th, the CDC reported that XBB was responsible for 52.6% of cases in New England. Based on information available at the time, the World Health Organization said early evidence suggested XBB infections were not substantially more severe than other subvariants. In that statement, WHO wrote, quote, "There is, however, early evidence pointing at a higher reinfection risk from XBB as compared to other circulating Omicron sublineages," end quote. With the holidays wrapping up, COVID-19 numbers are now spiking again in Massachusetts cities and towns. In the Boston area, wastewater COVID-19 data levels increased by nearly 80% in the last 2 weeks. Statewide COVID-19 hospitalizations are also up, with the 7-day average increasing by 43% just in the last 14 days. The new surge mirrors what was seen last year after the holidays as the Omicron variant spread rapidly. It is not clear if the numbers will continue to spike through the winter like they did in 2022, or if they'll plateau this time. Dr. Basola Ojikutu, Boston's Commissioner of Public Health and Executive Director of the Boston Public Health Commission, said, quote, "That's being driven, I believe, both by social interactions over the holidays, and people are not doing as much masking indoors. And then we have a highly transmissible subvariant that is circulating," end quote. On Wednesday, Massachusetts' top court heard arguments in the Attorney General's appeal of a ruling which dismissed indictments against the 2 top former leaders of the Holyoke Soldiers' Home. More than 70 people died during the Soldiers' Home COVID-19 outbreak in the beginning of 2020. This is considered one of the deadliest outbreaks at a U.S. long-term care facility. In September of 2020, the state indicted former Superintendent Bennett Walsh and former Medical Director David Clinton on criminal neglect charges over allegations of putting 42 veterans in a single unit that usually houses 25 beds, knowing some were COVID positive and some were not. A Hampton Superior Court judge dismissed those indictments in November 2021, but the AG's office appealed. The justices took the matter under advisement, so it could be weeks or months before they make a ruling on the appeal. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
If you're 50 or older, it's important to stay up to date on COVID vaccines. Boosters greatly reduce your chance of severe illness, hospitalization, and death, and are an important defense, even if you've already had COVID. Schedule your appointment today at mass.gov/COVID-booster.
Welcome back. The Braintree Trash and Recycling Center released an article reminding residents that winter snow and winds makes it even more important to have cart lids closed to avoid items tumbling out. Bags or items should not be piled high in the carts as it prevents lids from being closed securely. Also, carts should not be placed on top of snow piles as this may cause them to tip and spill. If you have questions on what you can and can't recycle, please go to recyclesmartma.org and enter the item in question for an immediate answer. Or visit braintreema.gov/recycling and see all the trash and recycling related information for Braintree. The holiday season is over, which means it's time to take down your Christmas tree. For those in Braintree needing to dispose of their Christmas trees, town officials have given residents a 2-week window to have it collected curbside during the weeks of January 2nd and January 9th. Residents can also drop their tree off at the compost site in Braintree through the end of January. Braintree town officials announced the 2023 Lunar New Year Festival will be held Sunday, January 15th. This festival will include a lion dance ceremony scheduled to kick off the festival, followed by a yo-yo performance and demonstration, as well as a drum performance. The festival will also include a marketplace selling clothing, food, and much more. For those attending, the lucky first 100 visitors will all receive free gifts. The festival will take place January 15th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Braintree Town Hall. The Braintree Recreation Department has applications available for employment during the summer of 2023. Positions are being filled for lifeguards at Sunset Lake, instructors for playground, special needs, field trip and day programs, gate attendants, and caretakers. Applications are due on Monday, April 3rd of 2023, but officials encourage applicants to apply as soon as possible as the Braintree Recreation Department will begin conducting interviews for early applicants in February and March. Applications will be available online at braintreerec.com as well as in person at the Braintree Recreation offices at 74 Pond Street. You can also email Chris Griffin at cgriffin@braintreema.gov. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Each year, the flu makes millions of people sick. Getting a flu shot is the best way to protect yourself. Within 2 weeks, the shot helps your body produce antibodies that fight flu germs. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Get your flu shot today.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. After 8 years in the governor's office, Charlie Baker delivered his farewell speech on Tuesday afternoon, preparing to hand the top job in Massachusetts to his successor, Maura Healey. During his speech, he revisited some highlights from his tenure and thanked the people of the state. Then on Wednesday, Baker completed a ceremonial departure from the State House. The tradition, sometimes known as the Lone Walk, began approximately 140 years ago and involves a departing governor walking down the grand staircase through the House of Flags into Doric Hall, out the rarely open central doors, and down the steps of the State House. The governor's walk wasn't all that lonely as Baker made the ceremonial exit with Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito and family members by his side. Baker was also honored with a 19-gun salute, the standard salute for departing governors. To top off the ceremony, the song How Far We've Come by the band Matchbox 20, a favorite of Baker's, then blared through the speakers on the front lawn of the State House. In more State House news, Maura Healey was sworn into office on Thursday, January 5th at the Massachusetts State House. Healey is now the 73rd governor of Massachusetts and making history as the first woman ever elected to the position and one of the nation's first openly lesbian governors. During her campaign, Healey said she would expand job training programs, make childcare more affordable, modernize schools, and protect access to safe and legal abortion in Massachusetts, in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Healey also said she plans to name a general manager for the MBTA in a matter of weeks after she takes office. This Saturday and Sunday, January 7th and 8th, the MBTA Red Line trains on the Braintree and Ashmont branches will be replaced by shuttle buses between Broadway and Ashmont stations and between Broadway and North Quincy stations. Officials stated the reason for the diversion is to perform work on the pedestrian bridge between Columbia Road and the lobby at the JFK UMass station. MBTA officials also warned riders about upcoming service changes on the orange and green lines in order to accommodate the continuing demolition of the government center garage by private developer HIM Construction. Earlier this week, the AG's office announced the arrest and arraignment of 11 people in connection with a drug trafficking organization that allegedly peddled narcotics through Plymouth, Norfolk, and Bristol counties. The takedown led to the seizure of some 450 grams of fentanyl, 550 grams of crack cocaine, and multiple firearms. Search warrants were executed on Tuesday, December 20th, targeting 6 narcotics stash house locations in Brockton, Stoughton, and Fall River. Over the course of the takedown, the drugs, 3 handguns, and $26,000 in drug proceeds were seized, in addition to 3 high-capacity magazines and ammo. Charges against the individuals varied from drug trafficking to conspiracy to violate drug laws to firearms-related charges. Before his farewell, Governor Charlie Baker signed a new road safety law, which will bring Massachusetts in line with other states in improving conditions for pedestrians, bicyclists, and road workers. The new law includes several road safety updates, including a new definition of safe passing distance, which now allows drivers to use the opposing lane to meet the 4-foot requirement if the lane is clear. The Massachusetts safe passing provision is the first time the state has set a distance for safe passing between drivers and vulnerable road users. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Stopping smoking, vaping, or using other tobacco or nicotine products takes time and courage. Calling 1-800-QUIT-NOW is a great first step. Get connected to a trained Quit coach by phone or online. They'll share ways to curb cravings, handle life's big and small stresses, and tackle relapses with you. No lectures, no judgments. Reaching out and getting support can double your chances of quitting. So, take the first step. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mass.gov/quitting.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have a few movies and a show recommendation for you to watch. First in entertainment comes White Noise, following Jack Gladney and his family who live a comfortable suburban life until a nearby train accident causes a chemical leak that releases a noxious black cloud over the region, forcing a massive evacuation. Jack and his family now must leave their home to quarantine at a summer camp after being exposed, but the family continues to face struggles when they decide to leave. White Noise dramatizes a contemporary American family's attempts to deal with a mundane life while grappling with the mysteries of love, death, and now the possibility of finding happiness in an uncertain world. You can watch White Noise on Netflix. Recently released is a film called The Menu, which focuses on a young couple who attend a lavish restaurant. The restaurant is operated by a celebrity chef named Julian Slowick and is located on a remote island. The Menu stars actress Anya Taylor-Joy and actor Nicholas Hoult. The film is a comedy horror and it's chock full of surprises. Be sure to check it out on HBO Max and Hulu. Finally, in entertainment, we have the new Netflix series Kaleidoscope, which was released on January 1st. The show focuses on a master thief and his crew who attempt a heist worth $7 billion. Greed and betrayal are just some of the threats the crew faces while trying to attempt the epic heist. The show stars Rosaline Albe, Tati Gabrielle, and Giancarlo Esposito. The series is made up of 8 episodes, but the interesting thing about this series is that the first 7 episodes appear in random order for each Netflix user. The final episode, which is titled White, is suggested to be viewed last for the best experience, but every other episode can be viewed out of order. The series has already claimed the #1 spot on Netflix's top watched and can be viewed now only on Netflix. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.